Hello and welcome back again, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is probably going to be my last video on the Odin's Court event. This is my Commander 1 and Commander 2 um, speed run. It's one hit, it's instant repair, essentially zero damage. Um, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. My main goal is to clear out the cryos. I want to clear out the cryos because they slow me down and they're my biggest thing. The other thing I want to do is I want to clear out the green viral turret here. Now, something you need to know about these big tanks, although they can't hurt you, not in this Commander 1 base. In Commander 2, they can. But they have this ability to soak up all the hits, and they also have this ability to not die. They like stay on like one hit point. So if you can't do a certain amount of damage to them, then they don't die. So I'll show you how to kill them, and I do want to kill them because they're soaking up all my damage, and also you can't finish the base without killing them. And so I will use Dr. Ake to kill them. Watch out this power plant right here. If it explodes and you're too close to it, it will damage you. Notice how, you see, I can't shoot the thing that I want to shoot. It's very difficult. These guys are sort of a pain because they soak up all your hits and you can't shoot something even though it's right in front of you, even though you get very close to it. I'm trying to stay away from the power plant because I don't want to get exploded. But I really need to take out this cryo turret right here because it's slowing me down. And it slows me down a lot. Like, normally, I've taken out the cryo already, and I don't know why this one is so giving me such a challenge. Normally, I don't have both of these tanks following me around. I've got to get rid of the viral turrets before I can kill these tanks. Um, because Dr. Ake will take damage from viral turrets, obviously. So I decided to just go ahead and clear up this side of the base so I don't have to come back. It's not working out exactly the way I wanted it to. I just wanted to kill that cryo turret and kill the viral turret because I want to drag these tanks sort of over here to Dr. Ake. Um, and you don't want to, I still have some more viral turrets here, so you got to be careful. You don't want to get too many. Um, Fortunately, those motorcycles did kill my. I don't know what they're called. They're those zombies, those flying zombies. So let's kill this guy. We're going to use Dr. Ake again. And Dr. Ake should not take any damage. And then just get Dr. Ake out of there. Once you kill those two big tanks, you're good to go. Um, well, actually, let's go ahead and kill all these motorcycles. It's quicker if you just kill them now, and you can just bring the sepulcher forward. And but as soon as the motorcycles are done, because the motorcycles are protecting your Dr. Ake, actually. Now you want to get rid of Dr. Ake because if that little zombie flies forward, that'll cost your Dr. Ake some damage. All right, now that we've got that corner sort of cleared out and we've got the motorcycles gone, I'll bring this forward because we're about ready to use him to clear the base out. We just have to get rid of two turrets. Two turrets cost this guy damage. Why is that? That is because there are several epic turrets on here. And if you want to know exactly which ones they are, uh, it's the Viral Rampage in the very back. That is a epic rampage. And then there is an epic railgun with a blue support turret on it. And then there's an epic rapture, which isn't going to cost you too much problems. But and the epic rapture also has the viral turret on it. So you can't really use air here. I am flying so fast right now because I'm using the Proteon to speed up my Layla. Not Proteon, my Proteus to speed up my Layla. And we fly her over a couple of times. I've flown her over as many as 4 times. No, I think it was 5 times, and it was still free repair. So my Layla is max level. So you know, but because she's flying so fast, she will not take any damage. And you will notice that when I flew her over, I put my mouse on the end attack key because if somehow you miss the Proteus, she flies so slow she'll get just destroyed. But because if you miss, you've got plenty of time to end attack. And yeah, it sucks ending attack, but otherwise you're going to lose her because she'll get killed, I think, in one pass if she's not flying fast enough. So that's not worth it. Um, See, it's really the cryos that are slowing you down. And now that you got rid of the 2 ground epic turrets, this epic rapture right here isn't going to shoot your sepulcher, so you don't have to worry about that. You just have to take out the railgun and the epic rampage in the back. That is the quickest, easiest, fastest way that I know how to do the Commander 1, and that's the way I recommend you do it. It's takes you a little bit of practice, and remember, if you don't get done in one hit, it doesn't matter because that Commander 1 will save with whatever damage you've done to it, and you can hit it, a second time. Now let's come back. Make sure we've got our missiles. And then we'll hit the number 2. Now this one's a little bit different. And like I said, I've said this in my other videos. I recommend, if you don't have all these units, that you should have the Proteus. You may or may not have Layla. Um, Without Layla, that makes it quite difficult to do this base the way that I'm doing it. But be careful. Just make sure that you're prepared. If you do not hit the Proteus's aura, then Layla's going to go very slow. And if she goes too slow, then end attack. Now that time, I took that out with 1 shot. Sometimes it's 1 shot. Sometimes it's 2 shots. Sometimes it's 3 shots. Then the next thing I'm focusing on is I really don't like the viral turrets. I like to use ground. I like to use air. Um, so I'm just going to take out all of the viral turrets. However, this one's I'm going to do completely with air. So there's a couple of viral turrets in here. If you don't want to take them out, like the Rampage, I believe that's an epic Rampage as well. You don't have to take it out. But the other thing that I'm doing is I'm using corrosion missiles on the motorcycles. And if you're careful, you literally can take out all the motorcycles with corrosion. Now, so what I'm doing is I'm targeting the viral turrets And I'm also targeting the motorcycles. So I'm trying to get the motorcycles and the viral turrets at the same time. I mean, these corrosion missiles are so fast and so cheap, and there's no, downtime on them. There's no waiting time on them. So I just really like them. But anything that you want to take out, put a corrosion on it because, see, I missed this motorcycle right here. I want to make sure I get him. One missile is not going to kill the motorcycle, but it's going to make the motorcycle so much weaker. And if it is still corroded when the Malachi is shooting it, it will it will wipe out the motorcycle pretty fast. And remember, if the motorcycle shoots your um, you don't want it to target your Malachi. You want it to target the Malachi drones. So if the drones are getting shot, then you have a chance to kill the motorcycle. If they start to target your Malachi, you'll be in trouble. So that's what you don't want to do. I was going to go to the right side, but I changed my mind. I'm going to come over here and take out these buggies first because I want a little bit more corrosion to eat away those motorcycles. Uh, and I'll repeat this again. You can kill the motorcycles with uh, two corrosion missiles. However, you've got to wait. You got to hit the corrosion. Can't just hit it twice. It doesn't work. You got to hit it, let it corrode, and when it gets down to almost dead, the corrosion will stop working, and then you got to hit it a second time, and usually the second time will kill the motorcycle. Sometimes you got to wait for a little bit of corrosion to kill the motorcycle too. You don't have that kind of time on this base, really. So what you got to do is sort of corrode them and then um, hit them. You're going to need two shock missiles for this base because there are six. Pardon me. There are six epic heavy flaks, and so you cannot mess around with them. They're going to either have to be shocked or um, you're going to have to use ground on. There's no way to get them with the Malachi unless they're shocked. Now, this corner right here, a little bit tricky because what will happen is you're going to get some um, there's a possibility that you're going to get some motorcycles coming out. So you want to take out the heavy flaks, but if the motorcycles come out, you have to back out. So you might need an extra shock missile. Um, so these mechanized infantry aren't the problem. The buggies aren't the problem. It's not a big deal. Um, you know, but if the buggies and the mechanized infantry happen to destroy all your drones, then that heavy flak will destroy you. And also, if the motorcycles start to come out and you don't have any drones to protect yourself, that's also bad news. Now, I want to point this out. You get a little bit more time on the number two base than you do on the number one base, but um, you only have one hit on this number two base. So strategically, you kind of have to um, take it out as quickly as possible. I always call this a surgical strike because you're coming in like a surgeon, um, and you have to just sort of like take it out piece by piece. Now we've got these two raptures here. I forgot to check if these are epic raptures. I think that they're epic raptures, and somehow something got me. I guess the rapture got me. I don't know what got me, but that's not a big deal. But normally I get no damage on my Malachi, so of course I'm making a video, and so something hit me right there. I don't know what it was. I assume it was that rapture, but the way I do the raptures like this, I take out the support turret first, and then I do the rapture, and you just all you got to do is watch out, make sure that motorcycle doesn't come out. There's a motorcycle right there, and sometimes he'll come out, and he will kind of mess your day up if he does. When you're dealing with the raptures and a motorcycle and all this other stuff going on, you got to be careful. I like to hit the motorcycle again. See, here he comes. Or he's doing something. Yeah. Okay. So he was already corroded, so he died pretty quickly. Sometimes, as long as they're corroded, it's probably best to stand your ground. If you start to run away, you might be in trouble. Now there is three more heavy flax up here. We're getting down to the point where there's really not much on here to shoot me. There's a couple of buggies. There's a couple of I don't know what they are. They're like mechanized infantry guys. I think they're called legendary vanguards, but I don't really know what they are. I don't think that they are gladiators, whatever those things are. I think they're vanguards but I really can't remember what they're called. They're just like mechanized infantry, and they're not shooting your. By the way, they are not shooting your Malachi. They are shooting your Malachi drones, so that's why I say they're not a big deal. The same thing with the buggies. The buggies really can't do any damage to you. They just decide, or they just shoot your what do you call it? Your drones. And for your Malachi, the big tanks aren't much of a problem either. They're not absorbing your damage. They're running away. And your Malachi can kill them. My Malachi's max level. My max level Malachi can kill them. I have no way of testing a lower Malachi. However, yeah, I have no way of testing a lower Malachi because the lower bases that I was helping do this, there's no way they can do this. They don't have enough. They don't have the proper units. Let's see. You need a Proteus. You need a Malachi. Yeah, they don't have the Layla. That's the problem. And so, without the Layla, you can't take out the Bastion. So therefore, you can't use missiles, and then that just makes it pretty much impossible for them. Um, there's two more Raptures back here. We've got to get those. And fortunately, they are shockable. Don't forget to have your shock op on. But this base is essentially done. We got this one last Rapture. We probably got 1 second worth of damage. I don't know how we got it because I never get damaged on my Malachi when I do this. But this time I got like something hit me. I wasn't expecting that, but I think it was that Rapture, but I really don't know how because I had drones right there, and there's no splash on that Rapture. Now I did bring in this other doctor. I can't remember what his name is. Um, he's max level. He does not have max level workshop on. At the time of this video, he will have max level. I think this evening, his workshop will be finished. So I think he's got like stage 3, level 5 workshop, and I really have been just testing him out because I like using him. He's similar. He's exactly the same as Dr. Ake, only he's airborne. That workshop makes him exactly the same. He does the same exact thing that Dr. Ake does, only he does it airborne. And it takes, I think it takes two weeks or something to get that workshop done. And so I've been working for like 4 weeks on Dr. Ake and on this guy, Dr. I can't remember his name, Amos or something. Um, Dang, I can't think of his name, but he's a doctor. He's the other doctor. A lot of people do not have him, so and you haven't seen him in play because a lot of people don't have him, and then they don't have the workshop done. So, as you can see there, oh, okay, no. Apparently, I didn't get any damage on Layla. How is that possible? That is very weird. Layla had no damage whatsoever, and she took that out in one shot. Huh. So we replace our missiles again. Not too many missiles. And that's it. That is Commander 1 and Commander 2. Essentially instant repair on the map. Hope it was helpful. Have a good one. Probably my last video for this event.